Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get cracking with the Aussie. Now, the Aussie is pretty much, so far this week, has been range bound, okay? And very clear. You can see it's a range candle, and even the daily gives us indication of what's going on, that we are range bound. You can see there's the last 4 days. You can even count that candle into it, and you can count this candle as well. Okay, so we are range bound, okay, and I just want to put this trend line in here because it has some merits at the moment. Okay, nothing we can really read into ichimoku at the moment. It's really much, you can see nothing's going on. You can see how Kijinsen is running flat and Jikinsen is pointing to the sky. So this is never a good sign. So we want these two closer together, okay. But you can see this entire year it's range bound, so Ichimoku, sorry, is not going to be of any help to us on the daily time frame. If we get down to the 4 hour, if I can get there, you can see the range is very clear, okay. Now, what I want to point out is in this range, what is the dominating color? That's the one question I want to ask. I think that's pretty clear to see. In this whole trend, from the bottom here to here, what's the dominating color? This is an uptrend, and price action dictates that we go trend, channel, range. Okay, so we have had our trend. Pretty much this here was our pretty steep trend. We then went into a channel, and I can hear it already. Yo, but that's a wedge. May well have been a wedge, and the target was hit. Okay. This fall to the bottom here was basically greater than 50%. Didn't hit the actual target, but the wedge played out. Okay. And now what happens is we channel, and we are now channeling. Okay, trend, channel, trend, channel, range. I'll get it right. Okay, so this is basically price action that is playing out. Okay, and now the reality of this is what happens is this was the first move. We're now consolidating. There is normally a second move, so the higher probability is a second move to the upside rather than a break to the downside. If this range extends beyond, I think you can argue beyond 20, 24, 25 candles from this high here, and it is pretty close to that. It's on 22 bars. So if it extends beyond today, so in other words, Monday, Tuesday, we're still ranging, then the higher probability becomes for a move to the downside. But right now, as it sits, the higher probability is still to the upside, okay? And that is the target that the bulls are aiming for. And if you look to the left, it's this previous daily gap close. Okay, so that is the target that's been aimed for right now. And it's going to go down to the 1 hour. Okay, so let me just delete this and just redraw it in a better form. This does have some merit, okay, and I'm just going to do that. And the reason why I'm drawing that is you can see here how the bears were trapped. The minute they saw this trend line break, they were in. Instead of waiting for the retest to be successful, they got in, and obviously we broke above, and then their stops got triggered here. Okay, and we accelerated it up to close the daily gap. So the reason why I've drawn that in, and I'm just going to bring this down to that level there, and if I move that out the way and we delete that, you should see what I see. Okay, so that is a flat top triangle. Okay, now the head and shoulders, which exists on, which you see pretty clearly on the 4 hour here, shoulder, okay, so it's left shoulder, head, right shoulder, is very visible. Okay, here we have, we pretty much have a cup and handle, not very clear, but I think this flat top triangle is a lot clearer. And if we look at it as it is now, we're looking for a break above here, and I suppose that's not the true level. The true level is obviously we've got to get through all of these tails. Okay, once we break through all those tails, then the move is on. But for now, what I'm looking for today is as follows. On the 12 minutes, we do have a potential reversal pattern here. So this is a potential M top or a double top. So if we break below this tail, then we can expect us to come and visit this trend line again. Okay. If we don't break below this tail, what I'm looking for is a Fibonacci level. So I'm looking for a 50 or 60% Fibonacci level, 61.8 Fibonacci level, in order to get long again. If we do get bullish action here, I'll be long with an anticipation of breaking the range. Okay. If we fall back down to the trend line, then I'll be taking profit at this level. Okay, so that's kind of my play. There's no long-term shorts here, guys. Follow that advice at your own peril. This is really we're ranging, whether it's a flat range or a flat top triangle. We are still ranging. We're consolidating, and the higher probability at this stage is still a break to the upside, and that's only going to change when we start getting lower highs. Sort of low. We need lower highs, or we need lower lows, and only then will we start getting a rounding pattern which will start forcing us to the downside. At this stage, that's not the case. We are still getting higher lows. Okay, this was a fake out. Okay, guys, so that's my play today. Hope it helps. Stay safe, keep those stops tight, and I'll catch you guys next week. Cheers, man.